I told you that everything you think you know about the Jurassic period is just the tip of the iceberg? We all know the name. We've all seen the movies. But the real Jurassic world was wilder, weirder, and way more incredible than you can imagine. Today, we're traveling back in time, not to a park, but to the actual planet Earth, over 150 million years ago. We're going to meet the colossal titans, the fearsome hunters, and the bizarre plant eaters of the Jurassic Era. And I promise you, we're going to uncover some fun facts that will blow your mind. Let's go! First things first, the Jurassic period was the middle chapter in the age of dinosaurs. It came after the Triassic and before the Cretaceous. The supercontinent Pangaea was breaking apart, the climate was warm and wet, and there were no ice caps anywhere on Earth. It was the perfect breeding ground for giants. Now, it's impossible to cover every single dinosaur from this 56 million year-long period. But we're going to spotlight the superstars from the early, middle, and late Jurassic to give you a full tour. The early Jurassic. The new bosses arrive. Our journey begins in the early Jurassic. A massive extinction event just ended the Triassic, and new types of dinosaurs are stepping up to take over the planet. And one of the first big predators on the scene was this guy. Meet Dilophosaurus. Its name means two-crested lizard because of the two thin, bony crests on its head. These were probably for display, like a peacock's feathers. Standing about 6 feet tall and 20 feet long, it was the largest land predator of its time. It was sleek, fast, and armed with sharp, slender teeth. Hollywood lied. Let's clear this up right now. The famous scene in Jurassic Park, where it has a neck frill and spits venom? Pure fiction. Scientists have found zero evidence for either of these features. The real animal was much larger and more intimidating without the Hollywood gimmicks. Its skull was surprisingly delicate, and its bite was relatively weak. So instead of crushing bones, it likely used its powerful arms and sharp claws to hold on to prey, while its teeth did the slicing. The Middle Jurassic. The Age of Giants begins. As we move into the Middle Jurassic, things start getting big. The warm, wet climate meant forests of ferns and conifers were everywhere, providing an all-you-can-eat buffet for plant eaters. This is when the long necks, the sauropods, began their rise to dominance. This is Stegosaurus, one of the first giant sauropods ever discovered. Its name means whale lizard, because the person who found its fossils thought its enormous vertebrae belonged to an ancient whale. This was a heavy-set giant, about 50 feet long and weighing around 11 tons. It had a long neck and tail, but its neck wasn't quite as long or flexible as the later sauropods. It was like the prototype for Brachiosaurus. Stegosaurus was one of the very first sauropods ever to be scientifically described, way back in 1842 by Sir Richard Owen, the same man who coined the word dinosaur. Unlike the later, more advanced sauropods, which had hollow, air-filled vertebrae to save weight, Stegosaurus had mostly solid bones. This made it incredibly heavy for its size. The Late Jurassic. The golden age of dinosaurs. Now we've arrived in the main event, the Late Jurassic. This is the world you've been waiting for. It's home to some of the most famous and awe-inspiring dinosaurs of all time. Forget the T-Rex. In the Jurassic, Allosaurus was the king. Its name means different lizard, because its vertebrae were different from any other dinosaur known at the time. It was the top predator, the lion of the Jurassic, up to 40 feet long, with a massive skull full of blade-like serrated teeth. It had two short, horn-like crests over its eyes and 3 powerful claws on each hand. Hatchet attack. Some scientists believe Allosaurus hunted by opening its mouth wide and striking downwards with its upper jaw, using its skull like a hatchet to wound giant prey. Tons of fossils. We know more about Allosaurus than almost any other large carnivorous dinosaur because we've found so many of their fossils, from young juveniles to old adults, especially at the Cleveland Lloyd Dinosaur Quarry in Utah. You can't talk about the Jurassic without talking about the one and only Stegosaurus. Its name means roofed lizard because it was originally thought the plates lay flat on its back like shingles on a roof. This iconic herbivore was the size of a bus, about 30 feet long. It's famous for the 2 rows of kite-shaped plates on its back and the 4 deadly spikes on its tail. The thagomizer. Those tail spikes have an official but hilarious name, the thagomizer. It was coined by Gary Larson in a Far Side cartoon, and paleontologists loved it so much it stuck. We've even found Allosaurus bones with thagomizer-shaped puncture wounds. For a 5-ton animal, Stegosaurus had a brain the size of a lime. But don't let that fool you. It was one of the most successful dinosaurs of its time. Those giant plates weren't very strong and wouldn't have been great for defense. They were full of blood vessels and were likely used for display to attract mates or to control its body temperature. Finally, the gentle giant, the skyscraper of the Jurassic, Brachiosaurus. Its name means arm lizard, and it's one of the best names in all of paleontology. An absolutely colossal sauropod, reaching lengths of over 80 feet and standing nearly 50 feet tall. Unlike most other sauropods, its front legs were significantly longer than its back legs, giving it a giraffe-like upward-sloping posture, the arm lizard. It got its name because its humerus, the bone in your upper arm, was longer than most humans are tall. Its nostrils were located high up on its head, on the very top of its dome-like skull. For years, this led people to believe it lived in water like a hippo, using its high nostrils like a snorkel. We now know it was a fully land-dwelling animal that browsed on the tops of the tallest trees. To pump blood all the way up to its head, a Brachiosaurus would have needed a massive, powerful heart, possibly weighing over 400 pounds. From the crested hunters of the early days to the golden age of titans like Stegosaurus and Brachiosaurus, the Jurassic was truly a world of extremes. It shows us a time when life on Earth was on a totally different scale. And the craziest part? We're still discovering new things about this incredible era all the time. The Real Jurassic World is a story that's still being written. So, what's your favorite Jurassic dinosaur? Did I miss one you love? Let me know in the comments below. If you had fun on our trip back in time, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching. Now, stay curious.